You're gonna want to put your sideways. No, go out and swipe down from the top and give your phone the ability to. There you go. All right. Hello, hello. I think we started a little bit early. I can't post messages to some destinations. That's okay. I think we're a little bit early, but let's bring you in. There you go. You are in. Nope, you left. Well, we're bringing stuff on. We're bringing people on. There we are.
Okay, that working?
Yeah, we got Jan.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Her. Oh, and Mike. I think I reverbing. Let's
Is my sound quality coming through okay over there?
Yeah, yours is.
Okay.
Mine's just repeating. Oh. Hello. Hello. Hey, just tell, are we coming through? Or am I going to repeat it? Thank you for bearing with us as we figure these out. Okay.
Thanks for jumping on with us, Giselle. Hope your day's going great.
Yes. I think you just hop on. So to start this off, I really hope this is just repeating everything else. Actually. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Am I still
It's a little bit watery, like you're underwater. This is the good points of starting early, right?
Well, you know what I'll do? Nope, that's not what I need. Hold on, this is gonna be that. Here we go.
I'm so glad you have technical skills.
There.
Makes it awesome.
There we go. Am I still coming through to you?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. Hey, just you want to tell us if I'm reverbing or if I'm echoing? Bearing with us, guys. Now we know.
Just one of those new things everybody's figuring out these days, right?
Yes. And just flowing with it, laughing with yourself.
Right? Been making a lot of new funniest home videos for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still echoing. What is this?
Just a little bit. It doesn't actually sound bad, at least not on my end. So.
So. Okay. Nope. Audio input. Default. Dang it. All right. Nope. Hello. Nope. No. Is that better? No. Hello.
I'm not sure how it sounds on your end, but it sounds fine on mine.
I'm gone. Oh, am I just like? This has been fun.
Do you want me kind of just to start on the spiel while you're figuring it out?
Go ahead. You start.
Okay.
And I'll figure this out.
All right. Good luck to you. So thanks for joining us today, guys. We are just kind of going over giving everybody some tips on how to de-stress. We know it's been a crazy, hectic year, very unexpected curveball. But there are some things that can really help you get through it. It's been very helpful for us, for sure. We just want to share that with everybody else and make that available so that everybody can let go of 2020 and move on to 2021 with no problem. So Kyle's going to give some techniques on the mental side of things, some mindsets that you can change to help you see things in a more positive light. And then I'm just going to walk you through a quick and easy meditation to bring you into a safer place. We were going to start on Kyle's portion, but I don't know if it works better for us to start on the meditation. Not hearing anything back from him on that. So, just 1 second. Fun with tech.
All right.
Oh, you're on? Great.
No, that's still.
Oh my gosh. You okay over there?
Yeah. Don't do this. Okay. I think you're just gonna have to do yours.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Just go without me.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and hop into that. Not even sure how to get this part of my chat off, but I'm gonna work with that too. I'll just improvise here and it'll be super blissful. So I'm just gonna go into it with you guys. Just assuming that you may be anywhere from beginner to intermediate with meditation, but if you haven't done any meditative exercises before, it's really just helping you to get yourself into a focused state, tuning out everything that's going on around you and focusing on your inner world, your inner self. And there are a lot of ways to do that. One of the most basic and important parts of meditation is breathing. Not only is this great to help you with your focus, but it can help you with a lot of health aspects where um, you're bringing, excuse me, you're bringing oxygen into the body, and that does a lot of great beneficial things for you. We're not going to get into that right now, but uh, the other important thing about meditation is visualization. It might seem kind of silly or strange to just get into your imagination and let that work its wonders. But there are a lot of big things that visualization can do for you. It puts the image that you're wanting in your mind, and then that starts to set it into motion, especially once we start to attach an emotion to that. So you're going to see that every time I'm going to have you think of a, a visual, I'm going to have you try and tune into it and put an emotion to it, especially with your five senses there. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just go ahead and find yourself a really comfortable position, a comfortable place. You can sit and lay down. And we're just going to start with some breath work. So go ahead and take in a big, deep breath. And picture that breath being all the way to the bottom of your lungs. Hold it for a second. And then let that breath out slowly till all the air is out of your lungs. And then take in your next breath. I'm going to do the same thing all the way in. Hold it. Release it slowly. And one more. And you can either let your breath work return, your breathing rhythm return back to normal, or you can keep going with that pattern. But as you keep breathing, just bring your awareness to your body and let your feet soften, relax. Your legs soften and relax. Let your hips and your sacrum go heavy. Sink into your seat or the ground. Soften and relax. And your spine, your back. Soften and relax. Your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Let your head grow heavy. And soften. Relax. Soften your eyes and your jaw. Let your jaw just kind of hang there a little bit so that your teeth aren't touching. Just let your jaw hang a little bit. Soften and relax. And we're going to continue with some breathing. If your mind tends to wander off into another place, just bring it right back to your breathing. Bring its attention right back into your breath work. We're going to start with the same rhythm we started with before. Deep breath in, all the way to the bottom of your lungs. Hold it. and release all the way out. Continue your breath work. Keep your thoughts and your mind focused on the rhythm of your breathing. I'm just going to join you a little bit. You can turn off the sound if you want. Bring your mind back to your breath rhythm. If it's wandering, just the sensation of your breathing, the sound of your breathing. Take in one more big deep breath, almost like you're breathing in all the way to your toes. Hold it and release. And we're going to take a little walk inside your mind. So picture yourself as a little person, and you're walking right up to your head. You're opening a door into your forehead, and you walk right in. And once you're inside your head, inside your mind, take a moment to look around and see what it looks like. Is it empty? Is it organized, cluttered? Just take a minute to get your bearings and familiar with your inner space. And on this next part, what we are going to do is we are going to create a safe place within your head. This safe place is somewhere you can go to wherever and whenever. And the more you revisit this place and the more you practice with it and interact with it and change things and decorate or whatever you like to do to make it yours and make it personal, the more that you do that, the more easily you will be able to just slip into the safe place that you create, no matter where you are or what's going on. And this is especially important since for some people, home has been the safe place that we can come to when everything's been going crazy. And now that we're home all the time, some people might feel like home's a little bit more prison-like or has a lot of the emotional stresses attached to it. So we're going to create a safe place within your safe place, and then you will find that everything in your life will start to feel the same way as this place that you create in your mind. Naturally start to feel the same way. So go ahead and visualize what you want your headspace to look like, what you want this place to look like inside your head. whether that be someplace that's an outdoor place, cozy little nook. Take your time and visualize. And once you've got a pretty good picture, start to incorporate your senses. So you already have the sense of sight infused with this place. So start with the sense of touch. What does this place feel like in terms of touch sensory? Do you have any objects in your safe place that you can pick up and interact with? Now incorporate the sense of sound. What sounds do you hear in your safe place? Perhaps you're outdoors and you hear some birds or rushing waters. What are the sounds of your safe place? And what are the smells of your safe place? What scents do you pick up on? And then there's taste. Sometimes that can be a little applicable, sometimes not. Could be one of those smell taste situations. If you want to, you can incorporate that one. And now we're going to focus on the emotion that you feel while you are there. So, that peace that you feel while you're there, joy, perhaps you feel a little bit more well acquainted with yourself. Focus on that feeling. And that's what going to mean from here on out when I am meaning what does it feel like? What is the emotional vibration of that place that you've created? And focus on that feeling. For a few seconds here. And then we're going to put a little bit of breath work into that. Continue feeling the feeling. This breath work's just going to help solidify that a little bit more. Deep breath in. Hold it. And release. Continue breath work. Continue your breathing patterns. But if your mind wanders, instead of concentrating on your breathing, concentrate on that feeling, what this place feels like. Continue focusing on that emotion and incorporate all those sensations that you've put into this place, all the sights, all the sounds, the feel, smell. Incorporate those with that emotional feeling. As you go over this exercise, ever many times you like, you can stay in this portion as long as you want. You can stay in this place as long as you want, rearrange things. The more you stay in it, the more you can solidify your safe place and come back to it anytime with ease. We're going to go ahead and finish the exercise now. Go ahead and picture yourself walking out of your head through that door in your forehead, stepping out into your outer world. We're going to take 3 big deep breaths. And that concludes the exercise. And you should be able to feel that feeling that you created in that safe place inside your head, in your outer space, in your current present. Pretty soon, the more you do this, you'll be able to feel it with you constantly. You won't have to picture yourself walking inside your head because it's with you, whether you're in your head or out in your outer space, your body, and whatnot. It'll be with you all the time. Kyle, is your tech working? Should we try your portion?
Well,
Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Am I coming through?
Yep, you're coming through just great.
Okay. Perfect. So let me know if I'm not coming through or not, Drusha, by thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. So due to some technical difficulties, I am having to fiddle around with my speakers, so I have no sound. But that's okay, because we make things work as they are. As long as I'm coming through, that's all that matters. And as long as I'm not echoing, that's good. And I think it was because of my speakers going right through into my mic. So that was awesome, Jerusha. Thank you for sharing that with us. That meditation session. And that I know that that's super important to do that, especially if you feel anxious or depressed or you need somewhere to go, as well as if you're struggling with falling asleep at night. So what I want to talk about is anxiety. Right now, we're experiencing a lot of that. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why. It's all that's coming into most of our homes. It's all that we see on social media, which is kind of war, fighting, death, anger, anything that corresponds with anxiety. It's going to cause anybody anxiety. And that's coming into most of our homes. It's on our phones, it's on our computers, it's on our laptops, it's on our radios. So no wonder we'd feel anxious. Another reason why we might be feeling anxious is we have a lot we're got to do. We've got kids, we've got relationships, we've got jobs, we've got taking care of the house, we've got food to deal with, everything. Or so it may seem. So when dealing with anxiety, what you want to do is first you want to isolate the cause of it, the root. And the root of an anxiety first started way up in the head. It then a thought, it may be a thought of, oh man, I've got so much I got to do today. To then that thought rolled around in the head for long enough that it then became a feeling that you became emotionally involved in, that then your body decided to start dictating. And then you feel that way. And then the more that you do that and the more that you constantly think about those things, the more that you get that inside and the worse it gets, and so on and so forth. But there's this awesome thing. It's called law of opposites, which means if there's anxiety, stress due to a thought, it means we can change that thought and do the exact opposite. Good news. Now, a little bit of the difficult news is that that thought, just like the thought of that made us anxious in the first place, had to roll around in our head over and over and over again until it was our being. We have to do the same thing with good thoughts. Now that might be hard for some people. So I'm going to start at the very, very beginning of that exercise to do that. First, you want to isolate what's causing you anxiety. For most of us, it's our to-do list, all the things that we've got to do today or right now. Your mind, once it becomes anxious, your mind wants to trick you and make you think that everything that's on your to-do list, everything that's rolling around in your head needs to be done now, right now, this very second, today, or all doom will happen. The world will end. You'll be fired. You'll lose your relationships. Everything will be doomed. But that's not true. It never happens that way. We vision it that way, and that's what causes the anxiety, but it never happens that way. It never happens the way we think it will. And that's the bonus. So what you want to do to help with that is you get a piece of paper and you get it out of your head. Make a list. I love lists. Lists are great. However you want to write it. If you don't like lists, just get it out of your head. Get it on a piece of paper. Because first you need to start with order. When it's in your head and it's in that state of chaos, anxiety, it's not order. You need to get it back to order. So get it on a piece of paper and write down all the things that you need to do that are causing anxiety. And then go, okay, then go one by one, each item. Does this need to happen right now or today? Yes, no. And I'm going to tell you right here that majority things on that list, the list might be 100 things long. Majority of the things on that list don't need to be done today. Then you're going, well, then I'm procrastinating the thing. It's like, but if it's causing anxiety for you, that's okay. First, we need to get order within yourself. Then we can grasp everything else. It's not going to get done otherwise anyway. So take those things, yes or no. All the no's, set them aside. Take a new piece of paper if you want and write all the yeses on that piece of paper and set the no's aside. Don't worry about those right now. Don't even think about those right now. Just think about and take care of the things that are the yeses. And the absolute yeses. Is the world going to end otherwise? Yeses. Because you may think that they're all yeses, but truly think about that. Is the world going to end otherwise? Are you going to starve? Are you going to lose your job? Are those actual life or death situations? Because that's what your body thinks it's in right now when it's anxious. It thinks it's in a life or death situation, so it's treating it as such. And you're going to find that it's going to be one or two things that you need to do that are absolute. And you're going to notice that a calmness will come. Write those one or two things down. If you can do them right then, go do them. Go get them done. Get them off your head. And then what I want you to do, so we don't get right back into this pattern of anxiety, is I want you to think of something positive and put it on a piece of paper. Something positive you want in your life. It might be happiness. It might be emotional. It might be eternal. Internal, meaning health, happiness, prosperity, or productivity. Or it might be something more external. It might be a house. It might be a car. It might be kids. It might be whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Let your imagination at this point run wild. What would you want that's the wildest thing of your dreams that you'd be like, oh my gosh, if I had that, oh, that would be so cool. Put that thing on the piece of paper. And I want you to let your mind, open your mind for a second and do the unthinkable. Set a date for that thing. Set a date that, you know what, by this date, I'll have this thing. If it's good health, if it's stable mind, if it's internal, if it's external, a car, a house, some kids, whatever it is that you want, put a date. Doesn't matter if it's 5 years from now or 5 days from now. Just put that date on there. Then what I want you to do is I want you to put that piece of paper somewhere where you're going to be able to look at it often. Well, the way that I do it is with my phone. And I don't look at my phone unless I've looked at the piece of paper and I've read that piece of paper first. And what that's going to do is it's going to do the same thing that you just did with all those anxious thoughts. Well, they first started as stressful thoughts, then they became anxiety when you became emotionally involved. But what it's going to do is the exact same thing. It's going to internalize it. You're going to feel it inside, which is going to be a feeling of excitement and happiness because that's what you want. And then your attitude, your behaviors are going to reflect that thing and you're going to achieve it. Now, an extra step with this to internalize it would be visualizing it. Picture yourself, your mind works with pictures. Picture yourself achieving this thing and having it. If it's a car, for example, or if it's a thing, just if it's good health, picture yourself in that way. And really feel that. Feel how that would, experience how that would feel. It's first going to be up here, but if you are repetitious enough with it, and I mean a ton, 100 times a day, 200 times a day, 1,000 times a day. How many times do you look at your phone and check your social media feed? Or how many times do you check your texts? That many times is how many times I want you looking at this piece of paper and reading it and visualizing it and feeling it. And you're going to pretty soon notice that your very core is going to change. Your behaviors are going to change. You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel healthier. And you're going to want to go after that thing. And your natural habits are going to reflect that thing. And you're going to naturally go for it. It's an amazing thing. It's going to be the pure opposite of anxiety. You're going to bring peace right into your life. It's awesome. Now, I'm going to end it there. There's a lot more that you can do with that exercise, but for simplicity's sake, and so you guys will actually do it, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions, make sure to let us know in the comments below, and we will make sure to answer them. But again, my speakers aren't working, so any questions that you have, I'm going to bring Terusha right back in. I can read Terusha. I'm not going to be able to hear you. But if there's anything you want to say or anything that you want to do before we finish off here,
Awesome. And those are just going to show up in the chat, right, Kyle?
All right. I'm thinking we're going to end here. With all the technical difficulties that we've had, I think this will be pretty good. And we'll figure
it out
for
first time.
And we will all clear it up. Right? So we'll talk to you later. And thank you for tuning in.